Yo, what is going on, guys? Jay here, and today I just wanted to talk to you real quick about this new album that's coming out July 11th that I'm really excited for. And when I say I'm really excited for it, there's a lot of reasons. So I just want to go through that today, talk about it, draw some attention to the single that they dropped, which I love. Yes, we were talking about Let God Sort 'Em Out by Clipse. Pusha T and his brother No Malice, formerly Malice, have reunited for the first time since 2009. Let's check. Am I right on that? Am I right on that last Clipse album, 2009? But anyways, I've been a Pusha T fan for a while, at least probably since before Daytona came out. Oh yeah, Till the Casket Drops came out, 2009. That was our last studio album. Anyways, but last year, 2 years ago, I got really into the Clipse. Lord Willin' and Hell Hath No Fear are both amazing albums, and I would heavily recommend checking them out if you never heard them. But the real draw of these two is that they're gritty, coke, hardcore gangster rappers, right? They're rapping about their experience as drug dealers. They got very aggressive deliveries, strong cadences and flows, and both of them are one-of-a-kind rappers. I love Push, I love No Malice. Now, their last album was 2009, right? And also, the very important thing to note about Clipse is they are produced by the Neptunes, by Pharrell fucking Williams. And so now imagine if you know Pusha T, if you're familiar, imagine his rapping style. And I'm sure if you know Pusha T good, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're not the biggest on Push, you don't listen to him a bunch, picture him over a early 2000s Pharrell beat, just with these crazy fucking, you got the cowbells and these hard hitting synthy basses and just these completely I don't know, just these different instrumentals. It doesn't sound like anything that a coke rapper and someone in this rapping lane has rapped over before. And that's what these two guys do best. They're so what they rap about has been done so much, but the way they do it, or the instrumentals they rap over, are so unorthodox for what is expected. And on top of that, you got that these guys are both punchline wizards. They have a lot of charisma on the mic. And yeah, so they stopped rapping when Malice, again now No Malice, Push's brother, he kind of stopped rapping about this type of stuff. He got very invested in his faith and actually even dropped music as a Christian styled rapper, right? And let's pull it up right now. No Malice, American rapper. Albums 2017 and 2013 he dropped albums where again he's moved on past this whole drug dealing lifestyle, completely changed his life. And they came back together after after the first Clipse feature came out in I think 2009 was when Jesus Is King came out by Kanye. He brought these two back together. And then you also had what's that Push album? Is it Almost Dry, or It's Almost Dry, where you have the best song on that album it's a Clipse song. It's Pusha T, No Malice, and Labyrinth on the hook. It's the outro. It's just a beautiful song. Absolutely, again, the best song on this album, which was one of the best of 2022. It's Almost Dry is great, and there's maybe not one of the best albums of that year, but the way I always thought of this album is half of these songs are really fucking amazing, and then the other half are I don't really care for. But I Pray For You is the best of all these, and if you haven't heard it, I would recommend it. And No Malice is just crazy. No Malice is crazy. I already love Push, and I feel these Push is really good on his own, but I feel No Malice always brings the best out of him, and you're getting a lot more unique productions when Clipse is together. I love Daytona. I love Push's solo career, but right now how I'm feeling, and maybe it's just a hype for Let God Sort 'Em Out, but he is at his best when he's rapping with his brother, when he's being produced by Pharrell, when he's in this environment. It truly does bring the best out of him. So this Let God Sort 'Em Out album, I couldn't be more excited for it. It's my most anticipated drop of the year. And, you know, other albums that maybe come to that, Don't Be Dumb by A$AP Rocky, that album's never dropping. That album is never dropping, but we could talk about, like, Young Thug, Always Scuddy, The Fall Off by J. Cole. But no, this is the one that I'm most excited for. And they recently dropped their single. We're looking at the Genius right now. This track list is not confirmed. Now, this Chains and Whips song with Kendrick Lamar. Now, this, I don't know if you guys are cued in. I'll give a brief rundown on the importance of this song. Recently, Clipse went on GQ. They did an interview and revealed that they were originally supposed to drop this album through Def Jam, right? They were supposed to drop it through Def Jam. Check me in the comments if I'm wrong. It might be a different record, but yeah, let me actually look this up. Clipse, Def Jam. Okay, yeah, here we go. Cliff left Def Jam Recordings due to a disagreement over a Kendrick Lamar feature on their upcoming album, Let God Sort Him Out. Pretty much, the people at Def Jam were like, hey, tell Kendrick to re-record his verse. And Push was like, no. Malice was like, no, we're not going to sacrifice the integrity of the art, right? They were standing on business, of course. That's the type of people they are. They're like, nah, we're not going to tell them to do it. We like the song as it is. So eventually they're like, hey, we can't put the album out with the Kendrick feature on it. We can. That's what they say to him. And Pusha T has a deal. The Clipse have a deal to distribute the album, and Pusha T is signed to Def Jam. So Pusha T buys himself out of this contract, he says in the GQ interview, for over $1 million. So him and No Malice could become free agents. They head over to Rock Nation to have this album distributed. And it's just crazy. It says right here, ultimately Clipse and Pusha T as a solo artist were released from their contracts, with Pusha reportedly paying a 7-figure sum to exit Def Jam. Now, this is crazy. This is crazy. According to people who are inside close to the story and have heard this song before, it's not like this Kendrick Lamar song is outwardly dissing Drake. That's what's been reported. I'm not really a rumors guy, you know, that's not what I do here, but I'm very intrigued to see where this verse goes, as you all should be, right? And so yeah, it's gonna be even crazier if this isn't a verse like that from Kendrick. It's just crazy. I don't know if they're trying to avoid a lawsuit, considering what's going on with UMG and Drake. Like, I don't really understand it all. But yeah, that's what Pusha told us, and that's what they had to say. But let's talk about this single, Ace Trumpets, produced by Pharrell, because I couldn't even believe this track when I heard it, because the instrumental is so like it's really Clipse evolved into the modern times, because it does have more of like a stripped back. This isn't a rage instrumental. I just want to like clarify, this is not a rage instrumental, but the like very strong synthesizer that is kind of acting as a bass drum, the way it like kicks through and is so powering. You hear again, some rage songs, some trap style songs that have like drum patterns like this. Now this is like a synth, right? And then the melody on it is just awesome. And then, so a lot of people are put off by this first bar right here from Push. Yellow diamonds look like PP. Bitches fly from DC on my private to Waikiki. 3-peat. Now, yeah, the yellow diamonds look like PP bar. I'm going to be honest, that sucks. Push, I don't know what you were doing with this, but the cadences he's hitting on PP, DC, Waikiki, 3-peat, again, Pusha's really one of the most charismatic rappers in the game. He has such great vocal inflections, and, you know, that's not talked about enough. And, Pusha's verse is great here, but it's really No Malice who blows it away for me. So we're going through. Let's see, this is so Pusha's verse. This is the best couple lines from him. White glove service with that bitch White glove service with that brick. I am Luigi. She sold ecstasy and disappeared. I am Houdini. Look at them, him and him still waiting on Yeezy. I hope you got your squeegees. At interviews, whoa, why is this not working? You guys see this? I'm scrolling up and down, right? Alright, hold on. I'm gonna... Alright, that is not what I meant to do. God damn. I don't really edit my videos anymore, so that's going to stay in there. So be sure to clown me in the comments for that. Here we go. White glove service with the brick, I am Luigi. Sold ecstasy and disappeared, I am Houdini. Look at them, him and him still waiting on easy. I hope you got your squeegees. At your interviews, I just kiki. Life's peachy, ASAP with Riri. You rappers all beneath me, beloved like the Bee Gees. International flights connect me to the Wi-Fi. The only way you reach me. Huh. Again, like I said, I really do like this verse, and like, again, the personality that Push's bringing to it. That's really where it shines, is those deliveries. Favorite bar here is the bricks, I am Luigi. Like, that shit's funny. Like, look at them still waiting on Yeezy again. He kind of talked about Ye in his interview and with GQ, and if you want to go, I'm not going to sit here and talk about that and talk about Ye at all, honestly. So if you want to go, like, get the drop on that, go read the interview or watch Justin Hunt's breakdown of it, because I watched Justin Hunt, the company man, his breakdown of it. Fucking awesome. Shout out to the company man. He did a great job, hit a lot of the important stuff, and it's very interesting Push's take on Ye right now, because he used to be very close with him, obviously, and his take was pretty much just like, he has no respect for him and he can't view him as a man, and he can't like hide that from Ye, you know what I mean? So pretty much Ye knew that he wasn't fucking with him and that he didn't have that type of respect for him as a person because of the way he's been acting. So then we get to No Malice, and I just really briefly, this should be a quick video. It's getting already a little long, but I just wanted to shout out No Malice because he's really one of the most slept on rappers of all time, because he didn't have a prolific solo career like Pusha. But I would argue that throughout at least the Clipse music that I've heard, that No Malice is just as good, if not better and more entertaining on the mic. Now, some of these bars you might point out and be like, oh, like, that's not anything crazy, but it's these one-liners that, like, the delivery is everything. The confidence and swagger that No Malice delivers some of these punchlines with is ridiculous. Again, the inflections, like I was mentioning with Pusha, he comes on Penne alla vodka, Panama fishing village, visited him with Papa with choppas. All of you imposters, simply just Ferrari window shoppers. The one that I just ordered looked like it was built by NASA. Now, if you know the song, you know, like, the way he's inflecting on imposter. He's not saying imposter, it's imposter, shoppers, NASA. Over $500,000 we call Fakasha, reaching for a kasha. Never leaving home without my peace, like I'm Mahatma. Like, nah, come on. This bar, I love this bar because, like, he's reflecting on his time when he was, like, a drug dealer and talking about he never leaves without his gun, right? Like, he's Mahatma Gandhi, who, of course, is, like, civil unrest, peaceful protests, like, absolute all-time hero, right? Great person. But, yeah, he wasn't the best person ever. There's some stuff you can find online about that, right? I'm not here to talk about that, but that's what he was known for, pushing peace. That's what he was known for, being a peacemaker in India through his civil unrest and through his protests. So he's saying he never leaves with his home without his gun, his peace. So he's using peace here as two, like, he's using this word for two similes, crazy double entendre, because it also refers to how he is now very deeply connected to God through his faith. So he also means peace, like peace. And in a similar sense to Mahatma, kind of talking about how he went from always leaving his house with a gun to now how he's always leaving his house with his best intentions. I love this bar. It's awesome. For the tribe of Judah, I'm Mufasa. Never turn the other cheek, you'll die at the Oscars. Persona non grata, mi casa su casa. Drugs killed my teen spirit. Welcome to Nirvana. Of course, you got a great Nirvana reference that's playing on multiple layers, because he's referencing the song Smells Like Teen Spirit, which is a Nirvana song, but also how Kurt Cobain, of course, unfortunately took his own life, which, again, the drugs killed my teen spirit. And there's just that, like, it's so simple, but it's, oh man, you was Fuji Lala, I was Alibaba, dressed in House of Gucci, made from selling Lady Gaga. Hakuna Matata, Island wearing tie-dye. That's, again, another a Lion King reference. Hakuna Matata. You at the Mufasa bar up here. Umbrella in my rose match the one that's in this Mai Tai. Again, a lot of this is just luxury rap, like up here talking about how he's dressed in the Gucci clothes after selling that white girl, you know, that coca. That is, of course, you know, not anything I know anything about, but that is like, people often will refer to that stuff as like white woman or white girl. If you've listened to rap, you've of course heard that you know, I guess code word before. It's not something it's not anything I know anything about, right? Like, I didn't come up with that slang, but it's out there. Listen, you are not I, cross T's and dot I's. I done disappeared and reappeared without a voila, which is a great bar to close on because of obviously just what he's saying, that he left and came back without a voila. Like, I don't know, so much about this song was just like, Clipse is back and they're better than ever. Like, that's how I felt when I first heard this. I like just kept listening and listening like 5-6 times over, and I was just like, wow, like the lyricism isn't super like deep or poignant, but it's just one liner after one liner. It's that luxury rap and that coke rap, which is what these two do best. They rap about having super nice clothes and rap about how they used to be drug dealers. And it's just this instrumental from Pharrell is amazing. But this is already a little longer than I wanted it to be. This is going to count as a quick vid preview and let God sort of out. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe. And everyone else, including you guys, like, comment, share, all that great stuff. Please, please, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And I cannot wait to talk about this album, which all on this channel. I'm so excited for this new Clipse. Peace.